What was a moment you said to yourself, "Damn, I actually am stupid"? My dad is a prankster. When I was about 18 he tried to convince me that Kenny Rogers owned Kroger. And it was really convincing. It didn't help that we called it Kroger's with an S, and not Kroger, which is correct. He kept saying, he even named it after himself. Kenny Rogers, K. Rogers, Kroger's. It made sense, but knowing my dad, my bullshit detector was going off, so I announced that I'll find out once and for all and called the local Kroger and asked. I called, asked for a manager. He gets on the phone and I ask if Kenny Rogers owns Kroger's and relay the argument my dad gave. The dude laughs hard for a solid 2 minutes, thanks me for the best prank call he's had and hung up on me. 25 years later my dad still asks if I found out if Kenny Rogers owned Kroger yet. Found a lost smartphone when walking somewhere. It was the exact same model as my own phone. Dropped it off at the nearest police station so they could contact the owner. Found out later that I had dropped off my own phone instead of the one I found. When someone told me they had the same name as me, I said, "Really? What's your name?" Needless to say, I felt like dying. Hey there, are you subscribed yet? Please do. Also leave a like on this video to help out the channel. Me, hey, have you seen my glasses? Her, did you check the fridge? And there they are, just like the 100 other times I can't find my glasses. Why do I put them in the fridge? One particularly hazy morning I went to the cafe, paid for a cup of coffee, then promptly turned around and walked about a half mile down the block before realizing I never got my coffee. This one time I was asked to ref a football match, was gonna flip a coin to decide which team would start. I asked for a rep from each team, asked the first guy whether he was picking heads or tails. He picked heads. I asked the other guy what he was going to pick. In the army I was learning how Humvees worked. You have to lock the doors from the inside by slamming down a bar. It's called combat locking the door, then you put a padlock on the driver door to secure the Humvee. My squad leader taught me a trick to reach through the window and slam down the bar instead of having to crawl through and reach the bar for each door. Then you just push the window up and you are done. I thought I was high speed when I learned this, so the next day when I was showing off my new trick, I locked all 4 Humvee doors faster than anyone. What I forgot was that you are not supposed to combat lock the driver door. This meant the Humvee was completely combat locked and could only be unlocked from the inside. I had to disassemble an armored Humvee door which took hours and was roasted the entire time by everyone around. I used to work at a lovely deli around 2-3 years ago. Some of the beverages we offered was fresh, hot coffee. A gentleman walked in and asked for a coffee with lots of cream. Not a problem, says I pull out the cream, take the lid off, and my boss reminds me to shake it first. Not a problem, I think again, and shake the open, lidless carton of light cream, sending cream all over the floor, counter, fridge, etc. Everyone in the deli just stopped and stared at me for a few of the longest seconds of my life. Made me rethink so much of my life. I was talking on the phone with my mom. After a while I got frustrated because I couldn't find my phone anywhere. I told my mom about it and she replied, "Wait a second, I'll hang up and then call it so you can find it." I figured out how dumb I was as I was staring the ringing phone in my hand. We had a good laugh about it. But apple really doesn't fall far from the tree. I'm glad you are enjoying this video. Before we continue, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. I said out loud, wouldn't it be crazy if Halloween fell on a Friday the 13th? It would be crazy because that's not how dates work. When after summer vacation I didn't remember how to write AskReddit, wow, thanks for the award. In my kitchen I have one cabinet for bowls and plates and another one for cups. This hasn't changed since moving into the house 4 years ago. About 75% of the time, I open the wrong cabinet to get what I need. Even when I try really hard to focus on opening the right cabinet, I still regularly get it wrong. That was the final straw that validated my stupidity. My divorce finalized in early 2017. In late 2017, I got back together with my ex-wife. Sitting across from my ex-wife in a Mexican restaurant in late 2019 after our 1000th argument, I very calmly, but firmly, said, "We're the stupidest people on the ducking planet." She agreed. A couple days later she moved out. I put my phone in the freezer to charge. I remember having the thought that it would actually work. Several hours later, I couldn't find my phone. When someone called me, my brain refused to put together that the reason why my fridge was playing music was that my phone was in it. I just thought it was a feature I had missed. During a dental appointment, my dentist asked me to bite down on this little strip of like sandpaper. Not sure what it's called exactly, but she says okay now, tap, 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 but while she said it, she motioned with her hands like this. Okay, hand medium skin tone. What she meant was tap my teeth down on the sandpaper a few times. I took it as okay, I'll tap my fingers together, and just mimicked her gesture. She was trying so hard not to laugh at me when I realized what I had done. This conversation with my boss. I will be in late tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment. Is everything okay? Yes, why do you ask? My BF was weighing our suitcases the night before a flight. He did the classic, step on the scale and then step on the scale with the suitcase and do the math technique. One of the bags was a couple of kilograms over the limit, so I reassured him that by morning he will have lost a bit of weight which might help get back under the limit. Didn't think that one through. Edit. Thank you kind stranger for my very first award. Asked a friend what year he graduated from high school, at our reunion. Forgot to check the oven before preheating. Set a forgotten pizza box on fire. Husband will never let me live it down. It was several years ago. I spent a good 45 seconds trying to open a can of beans with a can opener and couldn't for the life of me figure out what I was doing wrong. I remember thinking it had been a while since I'd opened a can, but really. Then I took a good, hard look at what I was doing and realized I was trying to open a can with a potato peeler. I was preparing to run a 10K race. It was cool, so I was wearing my running suit. Right before I go to the starting line, I'm about to take off the pants and I realize I'm not wearing any shorts underneath. Just Under Armour. I forgot to put them on. Somehow I managed to set a PR. It's become a running joke, no pun intended, that I make sure I'm wearing shorts. Went to the store to buy coffee. Got home with pasta, lettuce and milk. I forgot the coffee. I was in my late 30s before I realized you can raise the lever on the toaster to lift up the toast and easily grip it, instead of playing Operation with your fingers in the toaster slots. I said, I'm consistent, just not all the time. And it really had to be pointed out to me. I'm from the South and dated a girl when I was younger. First time meeting her mom, in a heavy New York accent, she asked me, "Do you like dogs?" I said, "No thanks, I'm not hungry." It took me way too long to realize she was talking about the two giant pets they had, which were literally in between us, and not ducking hot dogs. I was 10, at a basketball tournament out of the city. I told my mother I was going to a friend's room at the hotel we were staying at. He was 3 floors below the room we were staying in. I got in the elevator, and pressed floor 6. The doors closed and nothing happened. I pressed floor 6 again. Instant panic shot through my body. Pure sweat dripping down my forehead. I was stuck in an elevator. Instantly, I had to shit. I sat on the floor for 10 minutes, accepting that this is where I was going to die. Not once did it occur to me to press the emergency button. As I sat there and went through how I would die, I figured, I might as well press the door open button, and see if I could reset the elevator or some magnificent plan. I pressed, door open, and the elevator doors opened, and there I was, on the 6th floor. I immediately remembered that I was staying on the 6th floor, and pressed the same button that was the floor I was staying on. That's why it didn't move. I needed to go to the 3rd floor. I had swapped a different engine into my car. Got around to the point where I was ready to do start up. Go to fire it up and nothing. Not getting any fuel pressure. Fuel pump was priming, wasn't a leak anywhere. Tear the fuel cell apart. Pull the pump out. Rig up a bucket of fuel, test the pump. Seems to be working fine. Put the fuel cell back together. Must be a plugged filter. Pull the filter, can blow through it fine, shouldn't be stopping the fuel. Finally dawned on me after an hour of ducking around. I've been pulling apart the whole fuel system and there isn't ethanol on everything. Ducking fuel cell is empty. Put some fuel in the car and you wouldn't believe it, but it made fuel pressure. I'm a ducking idiot. Not me but my sister had this realization when I challenged her confident proclamation that she wanted to sit at the back of the roller coaster to get a longer ride. Yesterday I bought ingredients to make nachos and forgot, the actual nacho chips. I was working with my deaf coworker and the store we worked at was having a sale on AirPod Pros. I forgot he wouldn't be able to use them and was miming to him that he should buy some. He just pointed to his ears and shook his head. Then to make it worse, I kept trying to sign to him that I was sorry and kept signing thank you instead. He at least got a good laugh out of it. The day I realized, many hands make light work, isn't referring to a group of people screwing in a light bulb. I was at a young age, 8-ish, when I thought the Star-Spangled Banner said, "Jose, do you see?" That was a moment. Reading is fundamental, kids. My friend's mom: "So, does your car run on diesel or petrol?" Me: "Drunk as shit and an idiot. Oh no, it's a Mercedes." Me: "I've had better Mondays, but I've also had worse." My coworker: "Good thing it's Tuesday so." Was a bit distracted while unloading my shopping. Accidentally put my novel in the freezer and ice cream on the shelf. Didn't notice until the next day. By that time the ice cream was spoiled and the book was mildly iced over. Since being concussed, I won't say I wasn't stupid before the concussion, but I know for sure I'm stupider now and it's a strange sense of loss. I was friends with some twins. I said happy birthday to one of them. The other asked, "What about me?" My dumb asked, "Oh shit, is it your birthday too?" Yes. Damn, that's crazy, y'all even have the same birth. Oh damn, I am actually stupid. Reading my shampoo bottle and it said, 30 uses. I thought of 1. Shampoo and 2. Emergency body wash before I thought of 3. I am an idiot.